this farm anyway from the Juggernaut. I mean, he's not gonna go up there and take the fight to him with those two supports going there. It's just a fight to be lost, really. So I like this.
Yep, it's true. Man, I love Bear. Bear's the best hero. So good.
I like him too. He's pretty cuddly too.
Yeah, there's two of him, kind of. Not really. He might opt to TP soon though, because the wave is pushing out now into this bottom lane. We'll see what he chooses. He's probably going to send his Bear home first, just so it can regen health, because it is on around a 100-second cooldown at the moment. Looks like in the top lane they're going to find this Darkseer, but he does have a level in Surge up, and just Ion Shell's one of the creeps here to have them take a little bit of damage.
We as Asian actually want to take this tower really early, and this is what you were talking about. The Lone Druid just walking down here. He doesn't even use the TP for it.
The only thing that's unfortunate for them is that they do not end up having this Ring of Basilius up, so they're not going to get as much tower killing potential out of their team. But they do have a lot of Plague Wards up already. It's only level 1 wards, but at the same time... Wow, they're actually going to use his Blade Fury just to farm up this creep wave.
That's the second time they've done this on this very tower, and I agree with that. I think it's good actually, because it allows them to push this tower much faster.
Look how low this tower is actually getting. This is going to be something like a 4-minute and 20-second tower, relatively early in terms of their push. It's going to be way faster than the other lane, too. Nice Gale, actually. Going to hit this Lone Druid. Are they going to try to go on it? The tower was destroyed by the Radiant. Unfortunately, there is no Blade Fury up, but they're going to get the first blood, going on the hands of that Venomancer. Excellent Gale there from him.
Yeah, and it's just a kind of a risky play going up at all there from the Lone Druid. I mean, Gale has a very long range, but he did put himself kind of in that position to get hit by it.
Queen of Pain having to Bottle Crow here. She's actually starting to get really far behind in this lane. 24 CS for this Templar Assassin, now 25 compared to the 13 of that Queen of Pain. That is not something you want to have happen to your mid lane. Very good control coming out of WhA. This is the second time he's done incredibly well in this mid lane. Really strong performances coming out of him.
Definitely. We actually see WhA as Asian keeping up with this push on bottom lane. Lone Druid is of course a bit more safe here with the tier 2 tower rather than the tier 1. But I'm not quite sure about this. I mean, where is Juggernaut gonna go to find that farm now? Doesn't really have the bottom lane anymore. Can jungle with the healing ward, we've seen that quite a lot, but it's mana intensive. And it's not really that fast.
The thing about this right now, because this Juggernaut's being very far forward, but there's no support vision, is that mid lane now has to play so scared. Queen of Pain's already losing her lane as is, so now it's just like, well... He's going to be aggressive still, though. This is a little bit of a risky play here. He does have his Blink up, at least, which would be nice for him. Looks like they're going to go on this bottom lane. Darkseer actually ends up going down. I just caught the tail end of that, unfortunately,
yeah, me too. I was actually keeping an eye on the minimap to try to catch that as well, because it looked like they were setting up for it, but I missed it anyway. Good
setup, an important pick off there. Looks like Nino's actually hiding up here in this top lane. They're going to have him there as well as this Darkseer, so there's going to be two people there. Pause coming out of the Queen of Pain.
Let's see. No reason given just yet, but I'm sure we'll hear something soon. 1 minute. 1 minute. That's not a reason.
1M.
1M. 1 male. Sven is actually gathering up a lot of gold here. It'll be interesting to see what he actually picks up. I would imagine he'd want to pick up his treads very soon, because without that movement speed, Sven doesn't really do that much. He can't really stay on his target doing that damage. But on the other hand, they did end up getting a kill on Kradacia already on that Darkseer.
But at the same time, Sven's sitting at only about a 200 health. He just used a Tango though, but at the same time, Rubik's going to be there. He has 2 levels up in his Fade Bolt, which is already going to be 140 damage alone.
Yeah.
Oh, but they do actually counter ward that, so they know that Rubik is going to be up here in this top lane. Excellent ward. It was an important counter ward. Unfortunately, they didn't give it to that Darkseer. I feel like if Darkseer was the one who did use that counter ward and Nino stayed out of vision, they could have still had a potential kill up on the Sven.
Yeah.
But a bit unfortunate there. 43 HP on this Queen of Pain.
Yeah.
Gonna try to get this rune in the bottom. Unfortunately, it's not there. And now she's gonna have to go home. I feel like she should have gone home beforehand though, because if it's not there, okay, if the Radiant tri-lane is on the bottom lane and you're playing the mid lane, it's very difficult to get the bottom rune. You should almost always end up trying to go for the rune that is where your tri lane is. If it's a 3v3 lane, it could be a little bit safer to get that rune.
Looking at this bottom lane right now. They're actually gonna go on this bear. Oh no, they end up not going. I think it could have probably...
He's already level 6.
Yeah, that was some unfortunate timing. He just popped his ulti before Venomancer started running up.
Yeah. So he's sitting at around 1100 health. Definitely the tankiest in the game right now. The Sven has run out of healing potions and tangos now, and there are none on the Jakiro as well, so this is going to be kind of risky now for him to start getting some farm. So while he has 30 CS right now, it's going to maybe slow down a little bit. He's actually taking a decent amount of damage on Ion Shell as well. Man, this Darkseer is really hurting the strength. In the mid lane though, they're actually going to try to go for this Templar Assassin. Unfortunately, the kinetic field coming out of the Disruptor missed, so TA walks away okay.
Juggernaut actually hits level 6 now, so they might try to bring down this Lone Druid once again, but...
Lone Druid's doing very well for himself though, that's the big thing. At the same time though, so is Darkseer, in the sense that he's putting a lot of pressure on the Sven. Sven did get a healing salve though, ferried up to him, so he looks like he's okay now.
And he did buy those treads, so... Not going to get chased by those creeps anymore. They don't outrun him.
Middle tower is under
That's
attack.
important. He's going to be able to escape that Ion Shell now.
Looks like Templar Assassin's coming up. She's going to use her trap and just surged up. Big hit on that Jakiro. Jakiro goes down. Sven trying to do some damage to this Rubik. Vacuum's going to miss. But, is this kinetic field going to help him? He actually lives with about 29 HP thanks to that kinetic field. Are they going to keep chasing him? Nice surge up coming out of this Templar Assassin. He's going to try to juke. He's going to get the first juke off. But is he going to die? Oh, he's actually going to go down, unfortunately. The Shadow Strike from Queen of Pain just a little bit too slow there. Did what she could, though. Disruptor, in the meantime, is going to get chased by the Darkseer, but he decides to turn around. They're going to continue. That was an interesting scream of pain there, thinking that the TA was in meld. Unfortunately, he wasn't.
No, he wasn't. Could have also been a I forgot to blink type of situation. I know I have those every now and then. Just looking up at this top lane, like Darkseer isn't really getting shut down. And that's kind of the strength of the hero, isn't it? Darkseer just always able to find that farm because of his Ion Shell. He can spam it on the creep safely from his own tower and get those creep kills with it.
At the same time, though, both long lanes doing very well for themselves. 40 CS now up on this Lone Druid. Looks like they end up getting that Queen of Pain. Important pickup. I mean, Koik was already winning the mid lane as is, and now with that pickup into that Queen of Pain, he's sitting at 50 CS almost, as well as a 1-0 score. 102 even.
Yeah. And he's probably gonna spiral a bit out of control. That's what we see happen with Templar Assassin so often. He just does so much damage mid-game, and it's hard to deal with.
They wanted to try to pick off that Disruptor. He was in a good position though, so he's managed to stay okay there. Sitting at 2-0 this Disruptor actually, and he's getting a little bit forward, using his glimpse up on that Templar Assassin and trying to get him in the kinetic field. Unfortunately, he only ends up getting that Darkseer. Darkseer is going to get attacked by this Lone Druid. We'll see if he gets an entangle. Nice Sven stun though, finishing him off. So good pickup there. But a Gale hits everyone. Queen of Pain blinking up and using her ultimate, taking out that Venomancer.
Decides not to pursue the Templar Assassin though, and I like that. I think Koikwa would have been able to turn around on Big Num if Big Num wasn't careful.
Yep. Excellent plays though coming out of the Dire. This is exactly what they need to come back, but at the same time, this Juggernaut's free farming. He's not getting involved in these exchanges. Oh man. Almost Shadow Strike going off onto that Rubik. That would have potentially been the kill. TP now coming up from that Juggernaut. This is where it starts to get really scary. They know that the Juggernaut's there. Actually...
What?
Oh, excellent stun hitting both of them, and then the Disruptor as well going off. Are they going to manage to get anyone? Rubik ends up killing the Disruptor though, and a nice Gale. That was hilarious what happened to that Juggernaut. But it looks like the chase is going to continue actually. The bear trying to focus on this Rubik. Going to get no entangles off for now. Nice Ice Path though, saving everyone's life for now. Everyone's kind of low on the Dire side. Lone Druid running for his life. The meld hit coming off. Oh, is that bear going to save his life there? Wow. But the Darkseer comes up, Surge. He needs to bring his bear back. He's going to end up going down. The Juggernaut got glimpsed while he was ulting, so as soon as he finished his ulti, he just got sent right back down to that bottom lane.
Oh, certainly very interesting.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen that before. Check out that, look at that Ion Shell. That's cool as hell. Did you see that?
Damage.
Did you see that Blade Fury Ion Shell?
Yeah, I saw it.
Badass, man.
Pretty badass. He
like a
doesn't
top.
have the disco sword though. The green common sword, also called the disco sword because it makes you look like a strobe light.
We gonna play some techno music whenever he spins like that.
Yeah.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
He's gonna go back, disco balls ablazing. But doesn't look like they're gonna get anyone, and that was a free mid tower down for the
Oh, but
the
this
inner
Juggernaut
mid
might be
tower
in trouble.
as well. Nice job there. His Blade Fury's on cooldown, so he's gonna stay there for the entire duration.
Oh.
Strange ultimate popped off by that
Yeah.
disruptor. He's only gonna hit a little bit, and he's gonna go down to a nice melt strike there. Very interesting that he didn't start that right away as soon as he got one of them in that kinetic field.
Koikwa's positioning
Another
here
Blade
is
Fury though
so
coming out. They're
good.
gonna try to go on Hasu here. Hasu's gonna go down, and they continue their fight onto the Jakiro. This Ion Shell's doing so much damage as well as the look, he's just following him just because he wants to get this last hit, which he ends up getting there as well. Excellent play though, coming out of both the Darkseer as well as the Juggernaut, really exerting their control in this game. They feel quite far ahead for 13 minutes in. This is a 7,500 gold advantage, and they have the top 2 farmers.
Yeah, and just every fight goes their way, and they don't even have everyone there usually. Like, for this fight, Lone Druid was bottom, farming it up. Wait, no, Lone Druid is on the other team, so that didn't really make any sense, did it?
Nino actually stole the bear in one of these fights. It's going to definitely tank up a lot of this Roche. Very smart pickup for getting a faster Roshan here.
Needs to walk it a bit closer to Roche though, or is just gonna focus on Cridacia. Perhaps they just want the damage from it. But it doesn't do much damage because he doesn't have Lone Druid's passives.
Oh, nice kinetic field hitting everyone. Now Templar Assassin is a bit out in the open, but she might get this kill. This is a pretty heavy dive though coming out. She does end up getting the kill, but is she gonna go down here? Looks like she is gonna go down. She did have the Aegis though, which was kind of important, which may have been the reason why she dove that far. Ultimate popped by Sven here. Are they gonna get this kill up on this Templar Assassin? She can blink out now. Oh, unfortunately she doesn't get the
huge
kill.
ice
Nice
path.
ice path though. And an excellent stun there, hitting the bear as well. Wow, excellent chain stuns there. The stolen Stormbolt hitting 5 heroes, and this Juggernaut ultimate's gonna kill the Lone Druid as well.
This is a
Buyback.
This is just a disaster for Exotic. Just everything goes WhA Asian's way in these fights. Even when they manage to pick off that Templar Assassin, the damage is still too much to deal with from this Ion Shell and Juggernaut. So much
man.
damage.
It's 13-5 right now, 14 minutes in. Heavy action coming up. Pretty risky play there by that Templar Assassin. She ends up going down even though she popped her Aegis, just because she was so far forward. I feel like they could have made a little bit better use of that Aegis, but at the same time, it got them a nice amount of kills. Actually, they're going to get this Disruptor as well. Gale hits that Queen of Pain. Is she going to be able to do anything here? Wow, look at the amount of damage output. That Blade Fury as well as Ion Shell's doing so much work. She's going to blink away to safety, this Queen of Pain, and finds herself a regen rune. Templar Assassin's contempt in the form of using the trap on that bottom rune. Oh, if she had blinked there, I think it was just another case of the blink syndrome.
Yeah, the blink syndrome. It happens to everyone though.
Yep.
These players are human even though they're very high level.
Yep. Darkseer now finishing his mech. That's going to be very important for the upcoming team fights. It also lets Rubik go for some more mobility in the form of a Force Staff. And Venomancer, even the Venomancer sitting at 1,400 gold now. Very, very rich supports. Check out that gold per minute though. They're very close to having the top 5. It's actually pretty much the top 5 right now.
Yeah.
There you go.
There you go, yeah.
That's very scary if you're the Dire team.
Yeah, I mean, they don't really have the gold or the items to stand up in these team fights, and like, even the Lone Druid is kind of struggling. Even went for that Midas, and he's still not managing to outfarm this Rubik. I mean,
illusion. Dire's top tower has
I think this is very important. In both games, we've seen complete map control coming very early for WhA Asian. They haven't lost a single tower in this game. And it was very similar in the last game as well. They're just complete map control. Their warding is very good here. They put a ward at the bottom just to make sure, as well as having that top ward, just because they're gearing up to take this last outer tower. Really excellent play here.
yeah,
The push execution is perfect. For
Yeah,
them not to have lost the top tower and taking 2 top towers of their own, that really shows some importance, especially considering it was a 1v3 lane. But I guess that is something that Darkseer does very well with that Iron Shell.
Oh, and Templar Assassin actually jumps in on Disruptor. I don't know about that.
Yep.
That's another
She might
risky
actually
play.
take a lot of damage here. She's